Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing. And on the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 Hot Wheels wagons and a case of monster trucks from 2019. So today we're going to be back with the 2023 Mainline, and as you can see, it is the Hot Wheels Wagons series. Now, fun fact about old Weston Racing here. I love a good wagon. I don't know what it is. Would I drive one in real life? Not really. I mean, I just think they look cool. You know, the convenience. They were the original family car. I mean, they still are family cars to some degree. But what I just love about wagons, like the classic Nomad sitting right directly in front of you, is just the style. They have an aura to them, I guess, just as cars. They give off the vibe of like, this is what a family car looked like back in the 70s. Like if you were going on a family vacation, you would roll that thing out of the garage as opposed to, you know, something else. Whereas in the modern day, like for example, the year, you know, in the late 2000s, where the era that we are currently in, this is what you would pull out of the garage instead of that. Yeah, just kind of crazy to think about. I don't know. Like I said, I really love wagons. Also, as you can see here, they're great for other purposes such as motorsports. This series really does get every. I will say, the 2023 Hot Wheels Wagon series is awesome because literally every single car in this series covers a different area of the world. We got American, we got European, we got Japanese, we got vintage, we've got modern, we've got sport, we've got classic. Like it literally covers every single area of the world here. It is fantastic. They did a really good job with this series. And not to mention that one of the cars in this series is freaking nutty. It is so cool. And yeah, that's really all I got to say there. But like usual, I do have the first car of the video. My camera setup is really 2025. I really should invest in a new camera setup because this one is getting obnoxious. We good? We good? We good? Stop moving, everybody. Just sit still for 5 seconds so I can film this video. God, you people are ridiculous. All right, here we go. Now my camera has this weird, I don't know if you guys have this on your phones, my camera has this weird thing. It's like a slow pan, where if I turn my camera like 90 degrees, it takes like 7 years for the camera to actually catch up with it. It's to like stabilize the video and stuff. It's great if you're filming like action shots and stuff, but like if you're filming a diecast unboxing and you want to adjust your camera to see, you know, if you're within the dimensions of your box, it is ridiculous because you can't actually see what you're doing. See what I mean? How long that took to catch up? Right there. That's a little too low. I really should invest in a new camera setup because this is, I need a, you know what I need is I need like something to put on my actual like tripod that'll hold my phone rather than like wrapping a phone mount around my tripod. That would actually be really handy. All right. All of that out of the way. We got the camera setup done. It's time to review the cars. Now, which car do you think we're going to start with? Place your bets in your head. It is the Audi Quattro is what we're going to start with in today's video. Honestly, probably starting with my least favorite. I'm not, whoa, almost knocked an item off my thing here. So yeah, we're going to start with the, it's not an, okay, it is a 2019 Audi RS6 Avant. But it says Quattro on the grill. Not 100% sure what that's all about. Also, knowing the legend of the Audi Sport Quattro and what a legendary car that is, calling this a Quattro almost feels like you're mocking your own vehicle that you created as, you know, Audi as a company. But yeah, that's what we're going to start with here. What do we need to know about the Wagons series? The whole family can road trip in these spacious wagons. That is not really a description. That's more of a fact, but okay. But yeah, that is essentially what this whole series is. It is basically just family cars, which is hilarious because it's a series dedicated to family cars. And as you can see in the little window here, it has Cruise Bruiser as the little vehicle of choice for the freaking picture, which is hilarious because Cruise Bruiser is a demolition derby war wagon, not a family car. It was a family car at one point. It definitely isn't now. But yeah, enough yapping. You guys are here for the cars. Let's actually review the cars. Starting with the Audi RS6 Avant. Not really a fan of Audis in general. Like I said, the Audi Sport Quattro, legendary vehicle. I think that car is super cool. Has an acceleration 0 to 60 speed that beats most modern vehicles on tarmac. It can do that on gravel. Like it is, that was a terrible way of describing that, but you can get what I mean there. Like the original Audi Sport Quattro rally car can literally match modern day acceleration speeds on gravel. It is crazy how fast that car is. But yeah, this is the wagon here, the Audi RS Avant, the family car. As you can see, it does have a full, very spacious interior by the looks of things. My one complaint is here with my camera is that for some reason it cannot pick up the color green very well. It looks like a very dark green on your guys' end, whereas on my end, the green looks more of a piney, foresty green. It's very bright on my end. It looks very dark, and I don't like that. I kind of wish my camera would do better at capturing colors, but I get that that's not something that can be done greatly. But yeah, this is the Audi RS, as you can see on the European license plate here, Hot Wheels RS6IM. And then we got the Quattro, the Audi logo, got headlights. Basically, it's just a standard old wagon. Nothing too crazy to talk about there. There's the bottom. And yeah, that's the first car for today's video. I tried to drag that one out a little bit so that way we could get some equal coverage of each vehicle, because these next ones are going to have a lot more to talk about, such as number 2 of 5, which is the legendary Jackhammer. This car is called Jackhammer, not just the name. The actual name of the casting is Jackhammer. Now, much like the Cruise Bruiser, I'm 99% sure that this car was originally designed to be a demolition derby war wagon. And let me tell you something, it is beefy, it looks awesome, and it is so cool. Let's go ahead and rip this sucker out of the package. The paint scheme is rather interesting. I don't know if I'm too big of a fan of the paint scheme on this one, but the casting itself, I could die for. It is awesome. All right, let me readjust my light real quick, because as you can see, the shine on the vehicles is rather unpleasant. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. God, you know, sometimes I actually like to pretend that I'm a terrible YouTuber just to, you know, catch you off guard by the fact that I'm actually an amazing YouTuber. That's not true. We all make mistakes. But yeah, so we got a baby blue body with a silver chassis, black tires with red chrome rims, and then a tinted window insert. And like I said, you can see the fact that this thing is meant to be a war vehicle. Kind of looks like something straight out of Carmageddon, if the adults watching this know what that is. I highly doubt any of you kids will know what that is. And if you aren't a teenager yet, I highly recommend you don't Google that. It will do things to your mind. Let's just put it that way. So here we have the interior. You got all the engine parts here and there, which is crazy. The engine capacity on this, like I said, not a family vehicle. There's only 2 seats in this. It's a wagon. This is one of those cases where it fits the category of wagon, but it doesn't fit the description of what Hot Wheels considers a wagon in the way. You know what I mean? Like I said, at one point, this was probably a family vehicle. Now, hardly. It is very much not a family vehicle. This thing is an absolute death machine. Jackhammer right there. Really cool name, by the way. I will say, you know, maybe not my favorite casting in the world, but the name is super cool. Jackhammer is a super cool name. But yeah, that right there, everybody, is the second vehicle for today's video, the Jackhammer. Really cool car. I really do like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, not my favorite casting in the world. Cruise Bruiser is far superior, but that is awesome. Alrighty, next up, number 3 of 5 is the 1964 Chevy Nova wagon. Really funny because a little while ago, only a couple months ago, I think, we looked at the Hot Wheels Silver Series Hot Wagons series. We looked at another series of wagons, and this was in it. This casting was in it. And what's really weird is, I'm not even kidding, in the Hot Wagon series, this casting was in there, and it was green with almost I think it was an identical paint job, but it was green instead of red, which is really weird. Very, very strange. But yeah, let's get this one open. This one is going to be a bit different, though, than the Silver Series one, because this one is not going to have a metal base, and it is not going to have full front and rear detailing on it. But it is going to have, as you can see, there's no paint on the front and rear. But it does have the same paint scheme as the other one, pretty much. You got a red body, silver chassis, black tires with silver rims, and a tinted window insert. You got a completely white roof. I love when some cars, like on wagons, I like when they do this on wagons, but I see them do it on cars like Miatas and stuff. They'll paint the entire roof a completely separate color, and I think it looks stupid. But on like a full-sized vehicle where you got that massive roof, it looks good. You got those stripes here. There's a bit of a Tampo slide. This stuff does look shifted over that way a little bit. That scared me. Got some stripes on the side here, Hot Wheels logo there, and same deal on this side. Really cool stuff. And then on the bottom here, we have just all the details here. It doesn't have the name of the casting or anything, but yeah, there you go. That's your Chevelle wagon, your obligatory Chevelle wagon. I could not have pronounced that word any weirder if I tried. But yeah, there's your Chevelle wagon. Anytime we do wagons, you got to get a Chevelle in there. They're probably the OG of wagons. Let's be honest. All right. Now, as I promised, we do have a JDM wagon in this series, and this wagon here it's something special. Let's just put it that way. This is number 4 of 5, the Datsun Bluebird Wagon 510. This, let me tell you something fascinating about this car. The Super Treasure Hunt version of this car, this is the standard, the Super Treasure Hunt version of this car is one of the most sought after Super Treasure Hunts of all time, probably. I don't know what it is about the Super Treasure Hunt of this, but people would kill for it. I feel like it is genuinely one of the most sought after ones, right up there with the 80 Toyota Supra and the Gold Nugget. The Gold Nugget, people go. And you want to know what's funny? 80 Toyota Supra, Datsun Bluebird wagon, and the Gold Nugget is a Honda Civic. They're all JDM cars. I don't know what it is with JDM nuts and Hot Wheels, but man, you people really do greatly affect the world of Hot Wheels. I don't know if you know that or not. The 3 hardest to find Super Treasure Hunts of all time are all Japanese cars. That's not a coincidence. I feel like that is a blatant thing that is happening because of the JDM people. And don't get me wrong, I like some Japanese cars like Datsuns all around. I love Datsuns. I think they're great. The Datsun Bluebird wagon here, these things, I love that casting. I love them in real life. I think they look cool. But like the whole hype around Nissan Skylines and Toyota Supras, I don't get it. They're not good looking cars in my opinion. They look, I think it's because of the fact they're so compact. I don't like the compact of them. If I'm going to if I want a fast car, I want a car that's, you know, going to hog the road. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to make my presence known, I don't want to pull up in a tiny little car. Sure, your tiny little car might be faster than my bigger car, but your tiny little car looks ridiculous. You know what I mean? And, like, that's the whole thing. It's like, oh, it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper thing, you know? Like, for example, you got a tiny little car that can go really fast and beat people in races, whatever. I don't know. I want my car to look good and also be fast, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Then again, it all comes back down to the thing of if you're willing to spend money on a Miata to spend the rest of your life modding it and constantly fixing it because it's breaking down, that's your problem, not mine. All right? I like my Dodge Charger just fine. I could keep that Dodge Charger for the rest of my life. I don't care whatsoever. Am I ever going to get in races with it? Probably not, because I don't want to. That's just not my thing. If I want to race, I'm building a race car. That's just kind of how I am. But yeah, basically my summary there, like what you like, but I hate Japanese cars. I hate Japanese cars, and I hate the people who are constantly obsessing over Japanese cars. That's basically your TLDR for that little rant right there for the video. Yeah. What would you even call this paint color? Do you guys, what in the world? This is almost like a pomegranate color with purple spark metal flake in it. What is this paint color? What in the world? Do you guys see what I mean? Like, look, when it's not in the light, it looks like a purple color. When it's in the light, it looks like a blue color. That is freaking weird. It's almost like a chameleon color. It's almost like a Hot Wheels equivalent of a chameleon car. That's really fascinating. And then we got a silver chassis, black tires with white wall rims. These rims, I've never seen these rims before. This car, okay, now maybe I do understand the hype around this car specifically. What is good? This thing is an enigma from start to finish. What in the world? I've never seen these rims before. The paint color is wild. I don't know what's going on with the paint scheme. The paint scheme is just insane. Datsun 51071. 1970 with 1971 Datsun Bluebird wagon. You got lightning bolts on this heart up here. I don't know what that's all about. Japanese down there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that says Hot Wheels in Japanese. I've gotten to a point where I can kind of tell when something says Hot Wheels in Japanese. I've kind of gotten the pattern recognized, but I could be wrong about that. Also, the Liberty Walk symbol. Actually, no. That's the Leeway symbol. Liberty Walk or Lee... Ooh. My bad. That's not the Liberty Walk logo. That's the Leeway logo, isn't it? I could be. Maybe it is the Liberty Walk logo. That's the Liberty Walk logo. The Leeway logo looks different. The maximum leeway dirt car has a different symbol, I'm pretty sure. Hot Wheels, same deal on this side. Very wild car. Very wild car. Oh my God. But yeah, there you go. There's your 71 Datsun 510 wagon. Pretty cool. Like I said, I love Datsun 510 wagons, but that one is an enigma from start to finish. What a fascinating looking car. And that's not even my favorite car of the set. This is number 505, the classic 1955 Nomad. I said 70s and pointed at this. This is not 70s. This is the 50s. The 50s. I was off by 2 decades. Also, well done Hot Wheels on this one. Number 505, and it's a 55 Nomad. Hilarious. That's well done on your part. But yeah, this is the classic Nomad. And let me tell you something. I love this casting. I absolutely love this casting. I love this car. I love when I see him in real life at like car shows and stuff. It's just an all-around beautiful car. There's just something so nice about it. And the paint scheme just gives off that classic Hot Wheels vibe as well. It's just crazy. It's also kind of crazy to think about the Hot Wheels cars in general existed for almost, or this car right here existed in real life for almost a decade longer than Hot Wheels has, which is kind of crazy to think about because like it's a 55 Nomad. Hot Wheels were created in 1968. So it's kind of crazy to think about the fact that this car, while being one of Hot Wheels' biggest cars that they've ever made, one of their most iconic cars, has been around longer than Hot Wheels as a company ever has. It's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, classic Nomad right here. I love the pinstriping design. Hot Wheels Dragway, that's awesome. So it's a drag Nomad, which is really sweet. I love the exhaust pipes out the side. That's super duper cool. All around, just an absolutely beautiful car. You gotta hand it to Hot Wheels with the paint scheme on this. It kicks. Got the Chevy logo, which is in 2 different places on the vehicle. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's down here on this side, and then on this side it's up here, which is weird. I love the front end. Got the pinstriping on the hood, which looks great. I love the pomegranate body color. That looks fantastic. All around, just an awesome car. Chevy Nomad, everybody, the classic Nomad. And I also kind of wanted to show you guys this. This is also this is the same casting, by the way. But what this is this is the Hot Wheels Classics series, or Hot Wheels Vintage series by Mattel, as you can see here. And basically what this is this is not, if I've done my research correctly, or not even research, if I have my memory correct, the Hot Wheels Vintage series, if I'm not mistaken, is not classic cars. This car, while it looks like it's from the 70s and 80s, is not actually from the 70s and 80s. This is a replica car from 2020, let me think here. 2018, I'm pretty sure, is when this car came out. And it's meant to look like a car from the classic era, because I'm pretty sure, oh no, Hot Wheels 30th anniversary. I'm a moron. This is, yeah, I'm stupid. I bad. I thought the Hot Wheels Vintage series was done during the 50th anniversary. It's not. It looks like, judging by the symbol right here, it was done during the 30th anniversary series, which I know that they've done this twice now. But yeah, so essentially, if you wanted to know, this is what the classic Nomad looked like during the, yeah, this changes everything now that I think about it. So this is what the classic Nomad casting actually looked like in the year 1968. You had 1998. So this is what the classic Nomad looked like in 1998 right here. And they basically designed it to make it look like it came out in 1968. So it's got the red wall tires, the flat paint scheme. It's all around just a really cool car, and I had to show this off. I got this from Fish Wheels on Whatnot. Highly recommend you go drop a follow. I'll put his link in the description so you can go check him out. Highly recommend, if you have Whatnot, go give that guy a follow. He is awesome. Like, he's probably one of, if not my favorite guy on Whatnot. He's great. Classic Nomad here, again, just showing this off. But yeah, those are your wagons, everybody. I've tried to shoot for a 12-minute video today, and I ended up getting 20 minutes. I'm trying to get better at slimming my videos down, so when we go into next year, I don't crowd your guys' time so much. My videos will be short, more enjoyable, and they'll be packed with just as much information as I always do, because I always pride myself in dropping a bunch of fun facts in my videos. It is a skill that I have and I continue to use. So yeah, there you go, everybody. There's your wagon series. Honestly, I really like this set. It's really good. And like I said, you can see what I mean. It covers every gambit you could possibly ask for. You got European, fantasy, American, Japanese, American. And then if we go back down the line, we've got modern, we got sport, we got classic, sport slash classic because it's a drag car. Like, it literally covers every area you could possibly think of in this series. I gotta say, Hot Wheels did a fantastic job. I'm always a fan of Wagons. I love Wagons. I think they're awesome. Like I said, could probably never drive one. I might, honestly, if I restored one of these, ever had the time to restore a classic Nomad, I'd probably drive it, unironically. I don't know what it is about Chevy Nomads, man. They're just awesome. In every single way, they're awesome. I love Chevy Nomads. They're cool. But yeah, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I really hope you did. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, and good night.